right now as we continue on our Miracles and Magic Radiothon for raising money for Arkansas Children's Northwest's next round of expansion. We go to the hotline where Arkansas punter, and I should also say kickoff specialist Devin Bale is joining us for a segment. Devin, appreciate you hopping on with us today. And, initially I'd referred to you as just the punter, but, man, you kicked off 76 times too, so we got to throw that in there as well, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, good. What are you doing these days? I know it's spring practice starts in, I think it's a little less than 2 weeks. So what's going on in the lead up to the season for you?
Just been working out, conditioning, focusing on my health, my diet, just eating right, trying to work on gaining muscle right now, staying in the best shape as I can, and then just taking classes, trying to finish out school before I graduate.
Hey, Devin, Matt Jones here. We got Champions League format's a new format this year, and you're being a kicker. Obviously, you got a soccer squad, right? Who's your soccer team you go for?
Ooh, I am not. I don't watch a ton of soccer. My uncle is from England, though, so I'm a Nottingham fan for him.
There you go.
But I don't watch a ton of soccer unless we're watching Team USA.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Nottingham Forest, I think they're in the top four. They're in a Champions League spot right now in the Premier League. I don't know that they're going to do what Leicester City did a few years back, but they're really kind of doing their thing this year.
There we go. Devin, that's good.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you knew what Matt was referring to there because I'm a little short on the soccer knowledge. I took a shot. I figured he's a kicker. He's a punter. Obviously, you got to like, but you know what? Swing and a miss. That's why it's all good.
Yeah, football.
Devin,
I relish the chance to talk with somebody about soccer, and it just didn't happen.
It doesn't always work out.
I played soccer growing up, though, so I always loved playing soccer. I just wasn't a big fan of watching it, but I played center back growing up.
Didn't take the love of the sport from playing it to watching it, I guess, but you took that into football, right?
Yeah, that helped me a lot. That's pretty much how I got into kicking. I started playing soccer ever since I could remember, and then got to high school. Never played football. Tried out for receiver, and then they were like, "Okay, like who can kick?" And I was like, "Okay." I've always did the goal kicks, and I've always had a big leg, so I was like, "I'll do it." And then I just stuck with it ever since then. So then I did field goals, kickoffs, and punting for 4 years in high school, and that's what got me into it.
Yeah, this last year you had a good year punting the ball, man, and that was after sitting behind Max the year before. Just kind of tell us what this last season was like for you, and also what it was like to be doing the punting and the kickoffs, because these are two different styles of kicks.
First of all, it was me and Max were great friends when I got here. I had my redshirt year, and I ended up using it last year, and it was a really healthy, competitive competition between me and him, and I got a lot better from him, and he got better from me. So it was a lot of positives to both of them. And then this year is just the same thing, same mindset. I had to come in as a walk-on and kind of work my way up, and then Max ended up transferring, and after he transferred, I was like, okay, my time is here. So it was very blessed, very fortunate, and a lot of hard work. But yeah, I was ready this year, and I was just waiting for my chance. And then, with kickoffs and punting, they're very different, but I've done it forever. So, I mean, I love to be on that field. I love to help out as much as I can. If I wasn't kicking the kickoffs, I'd want to be one of those gunners down there running down too. So, I mean, I just love being able to help out the team as much as I can, and I'm confident with my ability to do both just because I've done it for a long time.
I seem to remember, and maybe I'm forgetting that, but do I remember you making a tackle or two on kickoffs last year?
Yeah, I had a few this year. I had a total of 7 tackles this year on special teams.
So you're not kidding. I mean, you would like to be a gunner if you had the chance.
Yeah, I love it. I'm not afraid of I'm not afraid to go make a tackle, and if I miss-hit a ball, I get pretty frustrated about it, so then I want to go make up for it and try and go make a tackle.
Is there an art to tackling as a kicker that might be different from being somebody that actually tackles on a regular basis?
I wouldn't call it an art, but I do know a lot of the schemes and kind of where the ball is going to be going, and so I can kind of sit back there, and they don't really think about blocking me, so I kind of just try to fill into one of the gaps that I think he's going to shoot through. So whether it's a field return or a boundary return, I can kind of base my play off of that. And then a lot of the time I don't have to worry about getting blocked too, so I kind of just am an extra man back there, kind of playing just rover, just kind of trying to fit in the gap.
Hey, Devin, give me your opinion on the NFL kickoff compared to the college kickoff, because I think when you're kicking off in college, you're just going to kick it as hard as you can and as far as you can. With the change in pro football's kickoff, I mean, there's accuracy is involved in that. There's a little bit more skill and not quite as much power.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely very different. I was always a big fan of the big ball. I kind of wish they brought back the rules. I do understand, though, it's for safety, and it makes sense. But, it's definitely focused a lot more on accuracy. I remember when Cam Little was here for his pro day, they had him do some of those kickoffs as well. So he only did a few deep kickoffs, and then they made him try out the accuracy kickoff and try and land it in the 20. But I don't know. It's definitely weird. It's definitely weird because it's just first new year of it. But I understand the idea of it. But I do wish they would change it back to the old kickoff.
Give me a sense of just the feeling around the guys, the year-round coming into spring ball. You told us what it is that you're doing right now, not necessarily what everybody is doing leading up, but just the feeling after you've got guys coming out of the portal. You have a sense of what the team looks like going into spring ball. I know that the portal will open up again when spring ball is open, but what's the mindset I think for the team or the guys that you've spent time around?
A lot of the mindset for us guys who have been here and some of the older guys are just trying to get the team camaraderie down. We have a lot of new guys. There's a lot of talent, but we're really just focusing on finding, our leaders on the team, and we don't want that to be 5 leaders. We want that to be 100 leaders. So we're really just focusing on getting our teamwork and just our brotherhood, really focusing on getting everyone starting to know each other and like each other and have good connections so we can start to build up on all the other aspects of football. But that's kind of like what we're really focusing on right now. And obviously the working out and the conditioning, but doing it in a way where we can get everyone involved and communicating and working together. And we're really just focusing on trying to be player-led, which I think will be good for all these new guys coming in.
Devin, what does it mean to you to be an ambassador for Arkansas Children's Northwest as we're part of the Miracles and Magic Radiothon today?
It's awesome. I'm just glad that we can help spread awareness and we can help raise awareness through the expansion, and it will help all the children in Northwest Arkansas. And it's just important to remember to give back. And I'm very grateful to be here and just be able to help spread the word.
Do you ever miss La Jolla very much?
I do. I miss La Jolla a lot, actually, especially right now. It's a little bit cold, but I do miss La Jolla.
Hey, as someone that grew up in around San Diego, do you root for the Chargers anymore, or do you be like, go ahead, I'll find another team?
Yeah, I was never really a Chargers fan. I was for the first few years of when I was growing up, and then pretty much since I can remember. My dad grew up in high school in Denver, so he was a big Broncos fan. So he raised me to be a Broncos fan, and then after the Chargers left, I was already over them. So I've been a hardcore Broncos fan ever since.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. With the largest selection of odds on everything from NBA and college basketball to the NHL and UFC, BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every three-pointer to hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here.